everyone, this is just going to be a really quick video on Pebble. I'm not sure how the quality is going to turn out. I'm just using my phone. As you can see, there she is. As you can see looking at her, you might be mistaken to thinking she's pregnant. Don't worry, she's certainly not pregnant, but she is kind of on her last legs. I'll tell you what's going on with her. Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with her, but all I know is, you know, she's okay apart from being swollen. So I'll just leave the camera on her so you can see what's going on. She'll maybe go away I'm so sorry about that. We can only assume that she's actually got tumours, but because Pebble is approximately 3 years old, we're not actually going to be, you know, obviously not going to be operating on her at that age, and just keep an eye on her. And if she becomes painful or distressed, or they get like a lot bigger, it does look a little bit bigger than they are on camera, but, you know. Hello, missus. Isn't she cute? But anyway, what happened was, about 3 weeks ago now, I think it is. It's been quite a while, actually. I came home and something told me I needed to go and check on Pebble. So when I went up, I'll talk about the cage later, obviously she's not in the Alaska. When I looked into the Alaska cage, she was curled up in a ball under the water bottle, and I was like, oh, she's died. And so I went to pick her up, and as you know, obviously I'd be wary about picking up Pebble because she's not tame, so she would eat your hand off, basically. But anyway, I went to pick her up and realised, you know, there's still a little bit of life left in her. One of her legs moved, but she was, I don't know how many of you will have come across a dead animal, and I'm sorry if you find this a bit morbid, but she was cold and she was stiff. You know, she was obviously just about dead. And because she was alive a little bit, I didn't want to just leave her there to sort of pass away or anything. So what I did was I warmed up one of the guinea pig's heat pads, out of focus, wrapped it in a fleece and put her on that. And she started kind of opening her eyes and things a little bit. So as you may have seen in another video, I have lactose-free baby milk for what's his name, Otis, to give him sort of extra nutrition and things when he wasn't doing well. So I filled a syringe of that and I actually gave her some of that. And then I kind of worried, she started, she was taking it, and then I thought I'd given her a bit much and she was choking. I thought, God, I'm going to have killed my hamster with milk. But anyway, she did that, and she did it, you know, the way she normally screams when she hears my voice. You've heard in other videos, she probably escaped now. I don't think she's got the strength to escape. But anyway, so she came round and she was all over the place, and she was a bit like this, a bit excited and things. So what I did was I put her back up in the Alaska cage, and I kind of expected her to pass away that night. And as you can tell, this is 3 weeks ago. So we thought we'd take her downstairs and put her in the bin cage, because as you know, she's chewed a hole in the Alaska cage. I think I showed you it before. If not, I'll show you sometime. So what we did was set up the bin cage for her, and you can see she's completely rearranged, but I don't want to move her bedding and things around, because, you know, if she's not well or anything like that, I don't want to be upsetting the cage. So I let her build her mounds, and she's got this house. This house that she's on is actually a guinea pig house, so she's got lots of space. So we put her downstairs in the bin cage, which I'll show you in a minute. You'll have seen it before in other videos. We'd moved her out of this because she started chewing her way through that, and I was worried that she would chew a hole. And you can't manage. You can see that she's okay, and she's moving around, and she's not upset or anything, but she hasn't got the strength to pull herself out. You know, if you know Pebble, you know that by this point she would have been out of her cage and gone, which is a shame. But you know what? 3 years old is really good for a Syrian hamster. So what else can I say? Yeah, so she's been here for 3 weeks in the living room where we can keep an eye on her, and I check in the morning that she's okay, and then obviously she comes out in the evening, and she still runs on her wheel, so she's got her wheel in. Let me move this. And there's not much else to say. Obviously, we actually think that the possibility is that she's diabetic, which isn't as common in Syrian hamsters, but she's always, you know, she's always drunk a lot, and she's never, you know, I don't give a lot of sugary treats and things anyway, so her diet's obviously been quite regulated, but maybe not as much so as if I'd kind of noticed that. So I think it's a possibility that she was perhaps going into a coma, I'm not sure, and the milk helped her. I mean, that's just me guessing. Obviously you can see she's still in decent condition. I mean, there's not much of a sheen to her coat, but she's still a nice colour. She hasn't lost any fur. She's just really swollen. So basically she's either got tumours or she's swollen due to her kidneys. But because of her age, like I said, she's just going to be monitored, and if anything goes downhill, then I'll most certainly take her to the vet and either find out what the best option for her is or have her put to sleep. Hamsters being put to sleep isn't, you know, it isn't pleasant for them, but I've got no hesitation in doing the correct thing for her. So this could be the last video you see of Pebble, or there may be other videos of Pebble, so if you do have any requests about anything you would like to know about her, her house, her diet, anything like that, then now would be the time to ask, because she's obviously not going to be around for much longer, and I wouldn't like to say whether I would be getting another hamster or not, because obviously I have 11 guinea pigs, and that's quite a handful as it is. So that's really what's happening with Pebble, but as you can see, you know, she's lively, she's not screaming at me, so perhaps she's gone deaf. I'm only kidding about that, by the way, she's not deaf. Yeah, so she seems quite happy. She's got her hoard of food down there that she's trying to hide from me. She's got her water bottle. So I'll show you the cage that she's in. So let me put the lid on. You'll have all seen this before. It's really big. It just isn't as fun as the Alaska cage. It's almost on properly. So this was a cage that I had made for her myself after she had escaped. And it's just, I think it was like about 85 centimetres by however wide, I'm not really sure, 40 or 50. I don't have the dimensions anymore. And what I did was I'd cut a hole in the lid of the cage, and what I used was one of the hamster playpen grids. I secured them with screws and bolts basically. I'll show you it from the other way. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. As you can see, yeah, so I screwed that in, and that's just a playpen grid, and that's been really good because she enjoys hanging from them. Oh, no, almost. Which she actually still is. She still stands on this hut every night and chews the bars and hangs from the cage and falls off. So if she doesn't die of old age or whatever else is wrong with her, she'll probably die of falling. But I would never want to stop her doing that, because climbing and chewing and all these things are what she's always loved most. So I'll just show you what's in her cage, and I'm really sorry if any of this kind of upsets anyone, but this is just the reality of owning a hamster. They don't live forever, and 3 years is a really long time. And the reason why we think she's around about 3 years is because, as you know, she was abandoned with us. I'll put a link to the very first video we did of Pebble, where she was left in my garden, and when I took her to the vet and had her checked out, it was estimated that she was around about 6 months then. So it's been like over 2.5 years since we've had her now. So anyway, so she's got one of these sort of stick balls hanging from the roof that she does pull on a little bit, but of course she's not, you know, she's not as active as she was, so she doesn't chew her toys as much. So she's going to do it now when I'm saying it. So then she's got her hut here. If I go inside, you can see what that's like. So that's the opening to her nest, and she's got it's this bedding actually. I've got it sitting here. Safe bed paper stuff, and that was 99p from a pet section in a garden centre actually. So that stuff's really nice, keeps her really warm. Hello, missus. And she's got her stick bridge. She's got one of these shredder logs. I think I'm actually going to take it out, because now that she's a little bit swollen, she can't go through it, and I'd be a bit worried about her getting stuck. So I'm going to take that out. She's got her food bowl down there that she'd love me to fill, but she's not getting it filled, and she gets fed in the evening. She's got a hoard of food down there, which you can... Hello? Not camera shy, are you? So yeah, she's got her hoard of food down there. She's taken to burying it actually. It's just something she never used to do. So she's got plenty of food, and then she's got a water bottle that I've attached on. I've actually taped it to the top because she was pulling it off, and she does drink a lot. As you can see, well, I don't think you can see, the sort of water level is here, and she had that filled up yesterday. So she is drinking a lot, which makes me think that she maybe has a kidney problem, or, you know, diabetes, something like that. But she's always been quite a healthy drinker. And then she's got her wheel on the side here. So that's all I can really say about Pebble. Oh, did she just make one of her noises at me? I don't know if that was her feet or not. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Like I said, if there's anything you want to know about Pebble, her diet, her home, anything like that, then please just do let me know. Bye!